Good day, Professor Mellon, Head Teaching Fellow Professor Doug Lloyd, respected teaching fellows, viewers, and my fellow classmates. My name is Nevin Jaison, and I'll be welcoming on today's presentation on Capital One Data Breach Incident on behalf of CSCI E159 Final Project. Introduction. So, we embark on a journey to dissect one of the most notorious cybersecurity breaches in recent history, the Capital One data breach of 2019. So, to start, on July 17th, 2019, while Capital One's security team was engaged in routine activities, they were abruptly interrupted by an alarming email alert. This email, originating from an external source, that's very interesting, unveiled a startling revelation: a leaked S3 data on GitHub. Now, the question is, what is an S3 data? S3 data refers to information stored within Amazon Simple Storage Service. That's basically what S3. It's a cloud-based storage solution by AWS, Amazon Web Service. So, in the context of Capital One data breach, it encompassed sensitive customer details stored in misconfigured S3 buckets, facilitating unauthorized access by the attacker. But the thing is that this wasn't just any data, it contained crafted commands capable of extracting sensitive customer information from Capital One AWS account. So we are thinking now who is behind this, who was the person. So the mastermind behind this breach was Paige Thompson, a 36-year-old Seattle tech worker operating under the alias Ratic. Thompson's sophisticated hacking techniques exploited misconfiguration within Capital One infrastructure, leading to one of the leading to unauthorized access to over 100 million credit application. So in the coming slides, we will dive deeper into the breach. We'll uncover the vulnerabilities exploited, the technical details of the attack, and the valuable lessons learned. Overview of the breach. So, just like any other companies, Capital One security team was conducting a routine security exercise aimed at strengthening the defense against potential threat. They were in the midst of drafting a simulated phishing email, a common practice to train employees to recognize and avoid phishing attempts. However, the exercise was abruptly interrupted by an unexpected email in their own inbox. That's very interesting. This email came from a responsible disclosure mailbox, a channel for individuals who discover vulnerabilities or data leaks to report them to the company securely. This was alarming because it indicated that there was a leaked S3 data from Capital One AWS account found on someone's GitHub account. This immediately raised concerns about the security of Capital One's system and the potential exposure of sensitive customer information. Next, let's talk about the breach analysis. So what happened was security engineers swiftly analyzed the GitHub file with suspicious command. They also time it also timestamped it was timestamped on April 21st. These commands were disturbingly effective, posing a significant threat to data security. Also, of course, Capital One escalated the issue to higher authorities. This includes the AWS and FBI for further investigation. Technical details of the attack. The attacker utilized the AWS Line Interface, CLI. CLI stands for Command Line Interface, to interact with the AWS services. This enabled the execution of commands to access S3 data. The hacker leveraged SSRF. SSRF stands for Server Side Request Forgery. So basically, the hacker leveraged server-side request forgery SSRF to access the metadata service and retrieve instant credential, illustrating the sophistication of the attack. So, what have we learned from here? So, as we reflect on the Capital One data breach, several crucial lessons emerge, guiding us towards stronger cybersecurity practices. Some of them I can explain in details. Identified misconfigured web server and overly permissive AWS role as a key weaknesses. Highlighted need to restrict permission to essential resources to minimize breaches. Noted strain on security measures are necessary for thorough reviews during growth. Some of the other approaches, stronger cybersecurity practices I would recommend is strengthening the access control. Strengthening access control, robust access control mechanism. This includes multi-factor authentication and applying least privilege principle to prevent unauthorized access to the sensitive data. Also, from security point of view, continuously monitoring and response. Establishing automated monitoring tools and incident response plan enables organization to detect and respond to security incidents in real time, minimizing their impact. Of course, educating employees about common cyber threats and best practices for protecting sensitive information through cybersecurity awareness training is paramount. And actively participating in threat intelligence sharing program and sharing insight and best practices within the cybersecurity community strengthen collective defense against cyber threats. By embracing these lessons, I think organization can enhance their cybersecurity resilience and mitigate the risk of future security incident. So, what was the impact and aftermath? The breach resulted in unauthorized access to personal information of credit card customers and applicants. While affected individuals were promptly notified, there is fortunately no evidence of data misuse. However, the incident serves as a sobering reminder of the ongoing threat in the digital landscape. In conclusion, the FBI successfully captured the individual responsible for the breach. While primarily affecting credit card customers and applicants, other businesses segments remained unscathed. Capital One has deployed advanced fraud system and notified affected individuals via mail. We advise customers to remain vigilant, monitoring account for unusual activity, and requesting free credit card reports for additional security. Lastly, a settlement received primary approval on February 7th, 2022, offering affected individuals a path to address the incident.